This is the IPPE Tech Talk on lighting requirements for food processing. My name is Connor Koppelman, and I'm from G&G Industrial Lighting. In regards to lighting requirements for food processing, today we're going to cover the total cost of ownership considerations, food and safety requirements. We're going to talk about a suit of armor, and then I'll follow it up with some of G&G's solutions for food processing. When we talk about total cost of ownership, we need to consider the entire investment and not just the upfront cost of the luminaires. Some things to take into account are preventing early failure. So selecting a fixture with a high IP rating and good thermal management will make sure that that fixture lasts the entire of its lifetime, along with also looking at the chemical and corrosive resistance of that fixture to make sure that the chemicals that we're using to clean and sanitize that area aren't going to degrade the fixture and make it have less of a life. We can consider reducing some fixtures in some of our fridges or freezers due to the fact that a typical fluorescent fixture will produce about 80% less light than an equivalent of an LED fixture. So typically we can choose a high efficient LED for these cold storages and then reduce the number of fixtures needed in these spaces. We want to minimize any maintenance costs for cleaning, repairs, or any relamping of fixtures. So when we select a highly sealed fixture, we don't have to worry about getting up there and cleaning out the lenses from any dust, dirt, or debris that has gotten inside of the fixture. Also, when we use a hardwired LED fixture instead of relying on old pins from a fluorescent to provide power to the light source, we don't have to worry about halting any production to be able to get up there and relamp any of those fixtures. Also, it comes down to energy costs. We can minimize electricity bills by up to 75% compared to HID fixtures. And even with some LED fixtures, even considering T5HOs, we can still save about 50%. Food safety requirements. The NSF has minimum lighting requirements based off of the different zones that they have. So they have 3 different zones: the non-food zone, which is kitchen and food storage; the splash zone, wet or damp process areas, high pressure purging or decontamination; the food zone, where areas are in direct contact with food product, where full sanitation is required. And there are many requirements in the NSF2 design to prevent food contamination, including corrosion resistance, cleanability, the ability of exposed material to withstand the normal wear and tear. The USDA, FDA, and IES are all involved in establishing levels of illumination required for food processing facilities. Basically, the amount of light required in both foot candles and uniformity. They vary greatly based on the task being performed, the types of meat, dairy, or food being processed. So in some applications, they need upwards of 200 foot candles with no shadow or with shadow-free light and with a color rendering index of at least 85 to be able to see the different color variations and different deformities with what you're working on. Suit of armor, ingress protection rating. So here we're talking all about the IP ratings. So with the IP rating, there's 2 digits that are involved. So the first digit, which in most cases you will want the 6, which is the highest protection against dust or dirt. And then the second digit, which the highest is 9K, is protected against liquids or water being able to get in there. And that K really represents ingress protection against high pressure hose down. So the highest IP rating that you can find is an IP69K, which means that there's no dust, dirt, or debris going to get inside of this fixture, along with high pressure steam cleaned hose down. With our fixtures, you can do 1500 psi at point blank range at any angle, and there's no water that's ever going to penetrate inside of these fixtures due to that IP69K rating that it has. Next on the pseudo armor is the IK impact rating. The highest impact rating you can get is an IK10 impact rating, which is about 11 pounds falling from about 8 inches away. So it's 20 joules of force falling on this fixture. That IK rating means that while absorbing that force, the fixture will not become compromised from that first impact being received on it. And then shatterproof, glass-free, we can get that with that same IK rating. So that way we don't have any shards of glass falling into the work surface. Chemical resistance. Many of the traditional vapor tights have gaps or have gaskets or clips to seal these fixtures up. But when we're looking for something that's going to live a long time in an environment like this, we want to focus on something that is seamless. There's no gaps, or there's no gaskets. Something that has been extruded and not being pieced together, so there is no joints or any. It really reduces the failure points for um, things like water and dust and dirt to get inside of these fixtures. The best is a co-extruded polymer and aluminum. So the aluminum will give the strength and rigidity that the fixture needs, while the polymer exterior uh, prevents all of those chemicals and corrosive resistance from deteriorating the fixtures. So when we select the right polymer for the environment that you're in, it will really make sure that that fixture lasts a long time. Another thing when we're looking at something that's been extruded is the end caps. That's the biggest point of failure for something that is extruded as one, is those end caps. So you want to make sure that it's something that has chemically welded on end caps so that it's permanently sealed, rather than something that has an adhesive or some sort of a glue bonding those together, because those chemicals and those corrosive agents that's gonna be exposed to will deteriorate that adhesive over time and allow for that to be a failure point. Here are some of G&G's solutions for the food processing application. So this is our FPX fixture, which was designed to be a task lighting for food processing and food inspection areas. This fixture here is 20,000 lumens. We can do 90 plus CRI on this. It's got that high IK10 impact rating, so it's going to be able to take that beating, and continue to work. It's got that high IP69K rating, so that high pressure hose down is not going to penetrate inside of that fixture. Approved by NSF, UL listed, and then it's 100% made in America. The cool thing about this fixture, it's 2.5 inches around, so it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. The 8-foot fixture only weighs about 12 pounds, and the top of this fixture is rounded, so it allows anything that were to fall down to not pool on top of the fixture. It's going to roll right off. Our next fixture is the WPX. This is our harsh environment linear LED. This uses a remote mounted power supply or driver, and then would link all of the fixtures together. So once you make up 2 electrical connections at the driver, then all of the lights would plug and play with a cable after that, with jumper cables. So you'd plug in the first fixture, then the second, so on and so forth. We got IK7 impact rating, IP69K, IP68 on this guy, NSF, DLC, UL, 100% made in America. We're able to get up to 16,000 lumens per light on this. It's 1 inch around, really low profile. We mentioned some chemical resistance that we've got on all of this. And it's a really great fixture to add to a food processing application. Next is our VPX. This is our take on the traditional vapor tight, so we call it our vapor sealed fixture, because all of our fixtures are completely sealed at the factory, so you don't have to get inside of the lens or inside of the housing to make up any electrical connections or to mount the fixture. So this fixture here is IP66, IP67, so it's great for those wet location environments. It's 100% driverless, so there's no LED driver involved in this. It's direct AC straight to the fixture. Again, we've got this seamless extrusion here, 1 inch rounded profile. We talked about it being permanently sealed with those chemically welded end caps on there. We're able to do up to 10,000 lumens out of this fixture. Again, NSF listed. It's going to be DLC, direct AC driverless, so that really reduces any maintenance cost, not having to maintain any drivers. UL listed, and again, it's made in America in Clifton Park, New York. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at G&G. We've got an entire page on our website dedicated to food processing environments. All of our contact information is listed there below. We are proudly made in the USA, and we'd be more than happy to help you with any of your food processing applications. Again, my name was Connor Koppelman for this IPPE Tech Talk on lighting requirements for food processing. Please reach out if you've got any questions, and have a great day.